Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. How you guys doing today? On this Sunday, man, my book came out today. Thank the creator, man. My book came out, so I was doing some promotions. Now, I'm gonna talk briefly about with the book, the music, and the artwork. It all culminates, right? What it does is it brings all my artistic views together, right? On the cover of the book, I have a combination right there, right? It's the actual cover of the album Feature. It's Nature plus F fused together to make an album called Feature. That's why the book is called Nature's Features. And the artwork is the cover for the book and the cover for the album. And also when you listen to some of the music, some of the singles or some of the titles, it's basically addressing some of these things in the book. You know what I mean? So it's that, and it's just a bit of entertainment to go with it. A little bit of light listening music while you check out the book and get your values out of it. I mean, it's reasonably priced, and it's out now on Amazon Kindle. And so is the music out on all streaming platforms everywhere. We don't keep track of our growth. You know how we always say, time flies fast. Time flies fast. That's because really time is just a concept of our mind, a pigment of our imagination, if you will. We don't have endless time here in this vessel, but we do have endless time within our spirit, because that energy never dissipates. So, me saying that, I want to take a quick moment of silence, because I got the news that Mike Tyson passed away, a legend, a great, one of my idols, somebody I looked up to as a male role model in my life for so fucking long, to this day. And I'm a grown fucking man, and I still looked up to the man as not just a father figure, a role model, but as a great boxer, as a great human being, as a great person, as a great spiritual. He grew. Let's take this moment of silence. Mike Tyson grew spiritually, organically in a way. You know, if you ask me, he's one of the toughest fucking guys out here. You know, he made it from a life of being poor, impoverished, to having everything taken away again, to fighting and getting it all back. You can't beat no fucking story like that, man. He has a podcast called Hot Boxing. If you aware of my podcast, you gotta be aware of fucking Hot Boxing, right? And I love that fucking podcast. I'm gonna miss his body of work. I'm gonna miss everything that he done. It was one of my things where I always wanted to meet the guy, you know what I mean? I always wanted to meet Tyson and, you know what I mean, things like that. But, you know, we all spiritually connected. So, yeah, I just want to say safe travels on your journey, and thank you for teaching us all how to grow and develop, you know, into well-rounded human beings. Because that's what Tyson wound up being, a well-rounded fucking human being. You know, after all the bullshit, after anything you could say about the man, he found the center of his trinity, of his mind, of his spirit, and his body. How can a boxer do that after sustaining concussive blows to the head and things like that? How can a boxer have such a high intellect? You see what I mean? He was not your average fucking Joe. He wasn't. He was a special person. He was a fucking gladiator, a scholar. and a spiritual guru after all that he's been through and learned and all the knowledge that he's amassed. May the Creator bless your spirit and safe travels. Because I know, listen, he's going to ascend to a higher level of life. The energy that he had within him is ascending to a higher level of consciousness, to a higher level of life. That's a beautiful thing. When you can look at a person's life and just tell, oh, he not going to the, you know how they say they got different levels of heaven. Oh, he not going to the first level. He's going to the highest level of paradise. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. But that man, he's gonna ascend to the highest level of paradise, man. You know, it's because the life that he lived, the things that he went through, and he was still able to maintain a heart of gold. You know, he went through the gauntlet, you know, through a myriad of things that we all go through in life. You know, I can sit up here and talk about this man's life, his legacy, his accomplishments, as if, you know, he was more than a man, right? But at the end of the day, we all have goals, achievements, accomplishments. We all could do legendary things, you know, so we could reach that same mind capacity, spiritual capacity, and physical capacity of a man like Mike Tyson. You know, he was a true liver of life, a true explorer, man. We get so consumed with exploring on a physical level that we forget to explore on a more spiritual level. Not on a more spiritual level, on a spiritual level. Like, where you just go into your mind or go into the it of things, into your thoughts, into others' thoughts and feelings and everything like that, and really search, you know, your soul, your mind. Try to figure out what past experience that your soul might have been in. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out all of you. You know, he did that. Not only that, he acquired knowledge. You know, he acquired knowledge. He wasn't a judgmental person. He was observant, a true observer of life. You know, and I appreciate that brother for that. I appreciate, you know, like, I mean, honestly, anytime I've ever sit back and meditated on a being named Mike Tyson, it was always positive. On a man named Mike Tyson, it was always positive. It was always an encouraging thought, an encouraging feeling. You know what I mean? It was always a deep connection there. You know what I mean? Even when he opened his mouth and he speak, you know, when you think of his ferocity in the ring, you could also hear the ferocity in the words that he say. You know what I mean? The knowledge that he acquired, you know, can only be acquired by a person that's a true observer of life. And not only a true observer, a true liver of life. Man, this shit beat us up. You'd be bruised, battered, you know. At the end of the day, will you still be you? Will you still be that same soul that got put in this vessel to have this human experience, to live this life? You know, you could acquire knowledge and learn things, yeah. And yeah, we do have feelings and emotions because that's thought process. Our thoughts are going to stir up feelings and emotions. Or will you let one feeling or one emotion, one moment, one situation change who you are for the detriment of you for the rest of your life? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We're put here to learn, to evolve, to go through these hurting things, to learn from it, to internalize that pain or that joy or that happiness or that fear and process that and get a lesson out of it. A lesson that we could pass on to our children or that we could keep with us for the rest of our life to help us on our journey in life. You know, I'm 37, man. I've learned a lot. I've lived a lot. I'm a nomadic person. I like to be on my own. I've met a lot of people. I've made a lot of friends, and I've lost a lot of friends, you know, not just physically lost, like somebody's dead or something like that, but, you know, I've lost friends who just mentally can't grow, spiritually can't grow, physically can't grow. You know, I got friends that turn out to be frenemies, that befriend me just for personal gain or fraudulent reasons. You know, man, I got family members that I helped out that stabbed me in the fucking back. And we all have that. You know, we all have stories about us that aren't so savory to anybody listening. You know what I mean? We all have stories like that about us somewhere, somehow. Sometime we just wasn't in our right spiritual place, in our right mental space, or in our right physical place where we probably act out of character or in a rash manner. You know what I mean? I still love those people. I still love the people that I've lost, whether physically, spiritually, or mentally lost. Some people I admit, I push them away. And probably not for my own understanding, not for my own reasons, but ultimately, you know, it's what I needed for my personal growth. It's what I needed to make sure I was safe, to make sure that, you know, I was staying in my, you know, space, in my comfort zone. You know, life is short, man. So I want to take this moment in this episode of God Concept to send out a sincere apology to anybody who feel like I may have done them wrong. Because one thing I don't want to do is transition from this life onto the next with any type of hatred or malice in my heart towards anybody for any reason. If it was my fault or if it was your own, I want to apologize. I'm right. I mean, you wrong. I mean, I'm wrong. You right. You got it. You know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, even if I was done wrong, I try not to hold on to that. You know, I can't be in a creative space if I try to hold on and try to, you know, sometimes shit get relayed the wrong way. Especially with all this fucking technology, the typing and shit. I'd rather hear your voice so that way I can actually know or feel what you're saying when you say it to me. You know? What else could I say, man? I mean, there's so much to expound upon. I'm gonna let you know. A lot of times I'm more so, because we walk in two realms. I say it a lot. A lot of times I'm more on the spiritual side. I'm more on the meditative side. So when you hear me pause and things like that, it's just me being on that side of things. I like to think before I speak. It allows me to flow freer, to have a clear thought, to make sure that I'm in balance. You know, it's a lot that's imbalanced. I had to take the time out to do something today that I didn't have to do. I was supposed to do it by my birthday, by the 20th. But to be honest with you, I just wanted to extend a grace period or so on and so forth. But, to be honest with you, if you're doing wrong and I see you doing wrong to me and I let you know about it and you don't correct your wrong, now I got to do something about it. See what I mean? And it's only appropriate, I don't know the kind of intelligence that they take Mark to have, but Mark don't play no fucking games for real. I'm quiet, mild-mannered guy. But, sometimes you gotta put yourself in the fire to come out refined and better, I was telling y'all about episode 29, how this city is doing things and how things are going on in this city and what's going on out here. Well, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I found out that friends of my family, right, people that have mail sent to my grandparents' house, people that I considered friends of mine, was conspiring to steal my grandparents' house. They even went so far as to try to ruin my life. So that way there would be no recuperation of my grandparents' house. Because right now in Philadelphia, what they have going on is a lot of redevelopment. A lot of people moving in, a lot of gentrification, things like that. Gentrification don't have nothing to do with it. I love the Irish people, all the people from all over the world. I love everybody. The thing I have a problem with is people in my community or people preying on my community, trying to get people's houses so they could tear them down and build up new houses, or they could just get the property and they could start making a lot of money. This house that I'm currently in is probably almost worth $1 million. And for that reason, I have a family called the Scanapicos. And what they're doing is they befriended my grandparents, my grandmother and grandfather, and the daughter, Scanapico, befriended me. And essentially, not tried. She did a great job of trying to ruin my life. She did. But as you can see, I'm still rolling. I'm still on a fucking ball. I'm writing books. I'm making music. I'm over here doing my thing. You know what I mean? She can't fuck up my flow. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people out here that's going to try to do you dirty and do you wrong, right? Now, I sent her messages. I sent her mother messages and everything because, I found out about all this shit. Now, I can sit here and stand up for my family all I want on my own by myself, right? Which I'm doing. I'm here. I'm not going no fucking where, right? But the whole time, these people got the keys to this house. Anytime I'm not here, they could come in here, steal property or whatever they want to do, come in here, try to be nice to my grandparents and things like that. I'm under the gun because I can't tell my grandparents that this is what these people are doing. My grandmother's 91 and my grandfather's close behind her. Okay? So, they're sickly. I help out. My grandfather, he's a veteran. He needs help and things like that. So I stay here, I help out. I help out my grandfather. I clean up, whatever I can around the house, as well as try to run my own entrepreneurship, my music, my books, podcasts, the game stream, whatever. The whole thing is, I've been on a constant journey of just doing what I was supposed to do with my life, But everywhere I turn, it's like I'm always met with, I want to say adversity, right? But it's above adversity. It's like divine It's like divine hindrance or some shit. It's like somebody just don't want me to, get to a point in life where I could, it's like, okay, I got a bad relationship with my wife, right? I got out of a bad relationship with my wife, got into a worse relationship with somebody who I thought I could trust. They were involved too, because this person really wasn't family to me. They weren't really family. They're not family. And then, piggyback off of that, bump into this lady, Scanapico lady, and she puts the coup de grace on me. Like I'm supposed to just roll over and die or be a fucking bum or become a crackhead or some shit like that, right? She didn't know what I had in me, though. She didn't know the type of drive I had in me. She didn't know the type of will that I had in me. She didn't know the journey that I had before me. She didn't know that I'm one of those. I'm one of those that's going to accomplish their journey. That's going to complete the fucking mission, right? So what they're doing is, they're trying to steal properties. They're doing real estate fraud. That's what they're doing, It's about 5 people I could identify with this whole thing. I don't want to put too many people out there with this shit, but I will put, the Scanapico's name out there because, they're the main conspirators and all this shit. They supposed to be, I don't know what the fuck they do out here. I don't, I'm not a street person. I'm a me person. I'm not a street person. I'm a me person. So I don't give a fuck what goes on out in the streets. I don't give a fuck what goes on in your organizations and your corporations. Don't fuck with me. That's all I can say. Don't fuck with me and mine. And that's why I'm, doing what I got to do. Playing my part. I'm saying this on my podcast right now because I've been in correspondence with the Scanapicos, trying to let them know that I know what they're doing and how they've been doing this before I knew this was going on. Okay, to all my listeners, they've been setting this shit up before I knew what was going on. So I'm shit. I'm late to the party, but I come with party favors. So there you go. There you have it. That's what I'm dealing with. So yeah, I do what I do. Episode 29 is there. I'm not going to drop episode 29, but I wanted to be there in my draft, just in case something ever was to conspire. If something ever was to conspire, then I have a fail-safe, a backup, a contingency plan, if you will. Because this city, man, I listen, when I'm done with the music, when I'm done with making sure my grandmother's property is okay, my grandfather's property is okay, when I'm done with my books and everything, when I start really accumulating what I need to accumulate as far as money-wise, I'm getting the fuck out of Philly. I plan on getting my family out of Philly. I'm getting the fuck out of here because, to be honest with you, man, it's like every hateful or hurtful act that I ever been through, which is a lie because I really just been here, but it's like your own hometown don't support you. Your own hometown will try to steal your grandparents' house, steal from you, make you lose your fucking job, make your fucking everything, and I mean, I can't explain to you the way I help these fucking people out. Oh, these are not black people. These are Irish fucking people. Irish and Italian. Yeah. I can't explain to you the way that I help these fucking people out. I'm Irish, Native American, and Cuban, right? I can't explain to you how I help these fucking people out. And I don't get any type of reciprocation. It's a deeper twist to the fucking story, and I think y'all get it. But I ain't even gonna go there. Because that's none of y'all business. That's not even none of my business. Actually, what the fuck? What can I say? So, yeah. Here you go. This is an episode of God Concept. I'm wrapping this up. Word for my sponsors and all that. Hey, real quick, guys. This is Mr. Pagan here. Just want to let y'all know that I have books available on Amazon, Kindle, bookstores on your phones. I got 2 great titles available and a third one coming soon. My philosophy is, if you got a smartphone or a smart device, you already got my book in your hands. It's free for download if you got Kindle Unlimited, and it's $5 otherwise. For One Leap of Faith is $5, and for my book Morals and Values is $5.25. Both of them are packed with insightful information on morals and values, and One Leap of Faith is to push you to get on your grind for your goals. You know what I mean? 2 powerful books. I got a thriller coming up called Moonlit Marshes with a character. The protagonist is Marshall Cuts, and he's trying to get his way. He's trying to find his way out of Louisiana without getting himself hurt or killed or something. It's a great suspenseful book. Please check it out. It's going to be on Amazon Kindle store. Remember, both these books are available for free. One Leap of Faith and Morals and Value. You got Kindle Unlimited. They're available for free. And also, don't forget to check out my game stream on YouTube, Gaming, Vaping, Guns. And on Twitch, I'm GVG215. All right? And also, my music streams on all streaming platforms. Whether you got Apple, it's there. Whether you got Tidal, guess what? It's there. You listen on Spotify? Yeah, I'm on Spotify. This podcast is actually on Spotify, also the music. So yeah, we well-rounded. Everything that I'm doing is complementing each other. So please, support the movement, support my brand, support the positive energy that I'm putting out there. And you guys, be blessed. May peace be with you.